Alright, you guys, welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch to pull it to the live stream and be a part of the conversation. I always appreciate you guys' perspective. I don't make these videos just for me, but I make it to start really a conversation with you guys to get y'all's opinions on stuff. Now, there is a little clip that I saw circulating on Twitter the other week with Cam Newton. Don't know if y'all know who he is, but he's a former NFL player. Very good. And also known for having a lot of kids. And I saw a clip of him, I guess, talking to like a therapist or a counselor, coach, something like that. And he was saying some, let's just say, some really interesting things in regards to his perspective on parenting and wanting to commit to like kids, but not like marriage. And this is something that I've talked about multiple times. Like, hard for me to wrap my head around how to some people being married is a scarier commitment than having a child with somebody. So I really just want to have this conversation. So if you guys are down, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's kind of watch I think Clarissa, let's watch her, you know, kind of guide this conversation, and we're going to kind of talk about it as we go. So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Come on to the Twitch stream if you guys want to be a part of the conversation. Give me music, video suggestions, all that. And we are moving towards some more commentary and social type videos. I want to diversify the content. So if you guys are down for that, of course, give me some topics y'all want to see me talk about. Or if you see something trending or a video or something you want me to talk about, click my link tree and you guys can send it to me on Twitter or tag me on Twitter, whichever one you want to do. And then I can like check it out. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. The Nick Cannonification of fatherhood. I love these titles, bro. I love them.
At this point, let's just be honest. These niggas are stupid. People like...
Okay. I didn't think she was gonna start the video like that. I didn't. I mean, like, I wasn't gonna say all that. Like, I was gonna say it, but like in a more subtle way. But you know, I guess okay. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, some of them really are. They just are.
Nick Cannon and Cam Newton always love to put on their cherry hats. They like to sit upright like they're the most knowledgeable individual.
And don't let them have a little smidget of intellect or vocabulary. It's a certain archetype of dumbass nigga that's real smart. I don't know how to explain it. It just makes sense.
Individuals in the world, without addressing their own elephants in the room. They love to hold up an image of excellence. They rely on the black excellence image for their career and to help push their talking points. And don't
let them have a little bit of success too. Bro, no one's perfect, but it's the way that they posture themselves that I think is more the problem. It doesn't mean they're never right about any points or never valid, but it's the grandstanding that they do, I think, is the biggest problem for real.
They don't reflect on themselves and their own falsehoods. They love talking about everything and everybody else. But once you put that mirror up, once you tell them to look at their own image, that's when the facade starts to fade. You can literally see the cracks unveiling. And you know, I spoke about this a little bit in my Hypocrisy of the Blackity Black Movement video, where I did address Nick Cannon and his obvious issues. But today, we're going to take a slight look at three people, which is Cam Newton, Dr. Bryant, and Cam's baby mother, Jasmine Brown, with a little bit...
Yeah, who is this lady? I hope she can explain this, because when I looked at the clip on Twitter, somebody was like, oh, well, this is his baby mama. She going on a tour. I'm like, huh? And I saw this, and I'm like, wait, what? Baby mama, third time's charm tour? And she got dates? She got tour dates? Like, what's the tour? Is it like a traveling baby shower? Or like I was thoroughly confused. So I hope she explained what was this. And then, like, it's the fact that it's a whole flyer, like, baby mama 3. Like, is she touting herself as the third and best baby mama out of all his baby mamas? I don't know what it was, but I digress.
Bit of Nick Cannon too. Psychology expert, a renowned life. Now, Cam did a video with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, a psychology expert, a renowned life coach, and a co-producer of Teen Mom Family Reunion.
So, okay. That's where she came from.
So she does have credentials, but this interview has been going viral all day, and I probably scrolled past it like 5 times before it was sent to me, and I finally watched it. If you've been watching my channel, then you know I've made it known that there are certain topics I choose not to digest. And I knew once I clicked on that video, there was gonna be some type of dumbassery, and I was proven correct. Just to make it clear, the interview was awfully cringe, and Dr. Bryant is very patient. I watched the 8 minutes of Dr. Bryant trying to explain to Cam as clear as day and concise as she could why creating a broken home wasn't ideal and how unstable it can be to the parties involved.
You know the part that's crazy about this? You know what? Let me see if I can pull it up while she talks. But y'all, if y'all are not aware, whenever Kim officially put this video out on his channel, the title of the video was like 40-year-old therapist gives life advice or some shady title like that. Like, it was just, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
She explained why
it was crazy.
Never dated a man with children, and most importantly, I watched her tell Cam without telling Cam that she would never date a man like him because he was selfish. I'm going to insert the whole viral clip, and if you want to skip it, the timestamp is on the screen.
I understand a lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Oh, this is the clip that I saw. Bro, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the title, bro. You're a 41-year-old relationship coach, but you're single? Come on, what is this messy title, bro? What is this title, gang? Like, come on, gang. That's insane. And then what do we say about you? You're like a 35-year-old man with 8 kids and 5 baby mamas? Like, what? Pot calling the kettle black. And it's like, for me, someone not being in a relationship is not indicative of anything. In fact, if a person's not in a relationship, they might have better like discipline, self-awareness than a person that is. Because some people just be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. Just because someone's in a relationship does not mean anything service level. And just because they're not doesn't mean anything either. I don't know why people like try to make like these blanket statements about stuff when it's like there's no like telltale sign that someone's life isn't together. Like, bro, people who are in relationships and dating and married and stuff, they be having some of the worst lives, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Question, and this for you.
What situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
My life.
See, don't deflect.
You're trolling.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both, really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Is can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you?
What didn't she just ask you? See, talking to this type of person is very, very annoying and draining. They hate people who actually have a brain, and like they hate not being the smartest person in the room. Because when they're the smartest person in the room, or they just have let's just say meat munchers, meat riders, you know what I'm saying? Niggas D-riding with no license, when they have people like that around, they're gonna, even if they aren't the smartest one, they're gonna make them feel like they're the smartest one. Right? They're not gonna push back because they don't want to get on their bad side or they want to keep benefiting from them. It's usually something like that. So for me, it's just like, she's smart enough to understand what you're saying, gang. If you were saying that people look at your life and assume that it's low functioning, what does that mean? The inverse is true. They look at your life and think that it's, or if you say they look at my life and think that I'm not high functioning, what do they think? What is the opposite of that? They think it's low functioning. Why is her describing what you're saying or what you're implying? Why is that triggering you to where you're like, oh no, not that, because I don't like how it sounds. But it's like, we can't even get past that to actually have the damn conversation.
More,
yes, if you think you're not high functioning, the opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to.
And then it's like he over here spending energy talk about, oh, see, look, this is what you're doing. You're trying to spin it. Why don't you spend that energy actually explaining or elaborating on what you meant, but you rather spend that time arguing? Like, you can tell little things like that will like tell you what somebody's personality is, where it's like you're more interested in arguing or like trying to call someone out than like articulating your point. Like, and what is there to even argue about with this portion of the conversation anyway. This isn't even anything to argue about for real. So he seems like a very argumentative, know-it-all type of person, which is who likes to deal with that.
No. Is away from this is can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yes, more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
8 kids.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
by how
8.
many women?
3.
8 children by
is the
3
kicker.
women.
I want more.
So he has 8 children by 3 different women. And he wants more. And like, what exactly is like high functioning about that? Because even if like and she's gonna explain this, she's gonna break it down, but like I'm just trying to understand, how are you in your mind trying to justify that? Same thing with Nick Cannon. Oh, you know, because I have lupus, mind you, I'm saying this as a person with lupus. His logic, oh, because I have lupus, I have to have as many kids as possible. What kind of logic is that? Like, huh? Even though you're putting kids here or there, you can't possibly be there for all your kids. You can't possibly meet the responsibility for all of them. You're literally creating broken homes. And you're justifying it in your twisted mind, trying to turn it into a positive thing. And I just don't understand, bro. I don't get
now,
it.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I just want God
about
to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just...
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce.
And you see how like people like this will like articulate it all proper and all that, and some people are such bots that they hear a black man articulating himself well and automatically assume that he's right or makes sense instead of actually listening and analyzing what he's saying. Let's go back to it.
Okay. And you have, so you just...
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So that means he's more scared of getting divorced than he is to have a kid with someone, which, mind you, how does that make sense when co-creating a whole person is easily, not even debatable, more of a commitment than getting married? You can literally break that contract anytime. You can set up a prenup. You can literally do all these things to protect your money, all that. So that can't be the reason why. There's literally things you can do to protect your assets. So it can't be that. That can't be it. So what exactly is the problem or the thing that's scaring you so much about getting divorced? So you'll get with someone, have a kid, break up with them, still have a kid. But a divorce where you can just break the contract and be done with them, that's scary. But having a kid that infinitely connects you to that other person for at least 18 to 20 plus years, that scares you less. This is where the sick people start trying to justify stuff like this to themselves.
So, as you would say it, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active, okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine.
See that? And you just know he disagreed with this. You just know he didn't agree with it. Because it's like, how are you being patient and then you're having kids with people that you don't even deem them good enough to commit to them, and you're having a child with them? How does that even make sense? How is someone not good enough to sign a paper to connect yourself to, but they're good enough for you to literally have your offspring with the continuation of your lineage is with this woman? But it's not a woman that you care enough or believe enough in or love enough to marry, but she's enough of that for you to carry your whole lineage with. And then what's crazy, you have more financial ties to having a child with somebody where you're gonna have to pay child support than you do marrying somebody where you can just get a divorce and break the contract. That's the crazy part to me. And that's not even including the emotional investment you're gonna have to have in them. Like that, these dudes are just, I don't know. They think they so smart too. That's what killed me, bro. I hate a dumb nigga that thinks he's smart, bro.
Imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far, but these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying...
And see, here's the thing. In his mind, he probably think he doing the best he can, and that's good enough. So forget the fact that ideally all these kids would be better with me there as a present father in one home. I mean, I'm doing my best. And then guess what? He gonna have all these obligations outside of them on top of not physically being able to be there with all the kids or active in all their life. Then in order to take care of them, he's going to use the fact that, oh, I got to pay for all y'all. I got to take care of all y'all to justify not being there even more. So he's already physically not capable of being in 8 children's life at the same time with 3 different baby mamas. And then because you got to pay so much child support or fund their lifestyle for 8 different people, now you're going to have to work even harder because you have so many kids. And then you're going to justify being away from them and working so much by, oh, well, I have to take care of y'all, which you do, but that's also a cop-out because then you can have an excuse or plausible deniability for why you're not able to be there. So you get to drown yourself in work that you probably enjoy, still work nevertheless, and then not be there for your kids. And then when they challenge you on why you're not there, you're gonna be like, oh, well, I'm working to make sure you have this, this, and this. So you're going to try to like compensate for the lack of time with material things. And then most likely, like a lot of these rich people do, call their kids ungrateful because you grew up poor and they're growing up with money, and you're going to think they're selfish and ungrateful and all that because they're not happy with just getting stuff and things and money instead of what they actually want, which is their parent to be there. And that's the part that sucks, because then these type of people end up trying to cut their kids off or being assholes to their kids because they're not happy with just receiving things instead of their actual parent. That's the part that sucks. On top of it being dysfunctional because it's not 2 parents in the house, you're also creating that dynamic where you're trying to fill in the void that they have of missing their parent with material things, and then you might cut them off or be mean to them because they don't want the material things. With kids, they don't want that. They don't care about that. They just want their parent. So it's creating a very toxic dynamic anyway.
You sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are
8
selfish
kids,
acts
crazy.
At the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Yep, exactly. So while you're waiting for that right woman that God put in front of you, still making broken homes in the process. It's one thing if you weren't making kids while you're trying to figure yourself out, but you are though.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're gonna feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy.
Yep.
And it's
Next
a huge
victim.
dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health-wise, and community-wise, that Black men would stop.
Black men will what?
Stop doing that, that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless that you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home.
And then what about all the other people?
And extremely, that's a...
And what about all the other broken homes that you made and all the other kids? What about them? It's just, oh, well, because dad wasn't ready to settle down. So it's like, oh, well, I guess.
Epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish.
Oh, he don't like
Okay,
that.
you can go for
Okay,
it.
say less. All right, so
He just been waiting to have a snappy response. I could just tell.
what identifies as a broken home?
Dude, you see, this is cool. I swear to God, bro. Insufferable, bro. Now she got to sit here and break down what a broken home is. You know what it is. You're not there. You are not present. You are not present. The mother and father are not there, and they don't have a happy, functioning relationship. You're choosing to have relationships where you're going to co-parent. You're making a conscious choice to do that. Does that sound like a healthy home? Like, I hate when niggas play crazy, bro.
Have going on with these, whoever you're not in the house with is a broken home. It's called a blended family. It's called a blended family.
That means...
That the family is blended. So blended.
So blended means broken.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy that you were entertaining, you would go as low as 26.
That I would entertain?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And as high as what age?
Whatever man that doesn't have kids.
As high as...
Whoever doesn't have kids, whatever age he is with no kids.
I just...
No, that's the age. I'm saying I don't have an age range as far as how old if he has no kids.
So your
he's a candidate.
non-negotiable is a person who does not have children.
My non-negotiable is a person with kids, but yes, I get how you're saying it, yes.
So you cannot date a person. You cannot be with a person.
I can, but I'm choosing not to.
So...
I can be with anyone, but I'm choosing not to.
You're...
I gotta correct it. It's my narrative, Cam.
You're
I
like
can,
jumping in, jumping out. It's either...
Cam. No, it's not I can't. There's no such thing. I can date whoever I want. I am definitely well equipped to do so.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna allow that word to be something that fits what I can't do. I'm well equipped to date anybody.
You see how you see how sassy he is? See how he's trying to cut her off and control? Oh, you can't say this. Oh, you're jumping in and jumping out. Oh, well, it's like if you're repeating something and you're trying to tell her narrative and it's not accurate, she has the right to say, no, it's not that, it's actually this. And if you are not capable of articulating the point correctly, it's kind of the other person's responsibility to correct that. So if you're already starting off wrong, whatever point you're trying to make is invalid. If you're not articulating your point correctly, whatever you got to say after that's automatically invalid if you're starting out on a bad foundation. Like, come on.
My preference,
Yes.
because there's nothing wrong with a lot of men who have kids, so I don't want to put that narrative out there.
Yes.
My personal preference is I would not choose to date a man with kids.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're dating a man with kids. Just a scenario.
Oh, okay, got it. Yes.
You're dating a man with kids.
Yes.
Why is he giving a scenario of something she said is not going to happen? Big smart dudes, I'm telling you, bro.
So you've identified that that's a broken home from the jump. With your verbiage of blended family means broken.
I've identified that I'm dating a broken man who is creating who he is. Because we can teach what we know, we create who we are. And so broken people create brokenness, whether it's through a child, whether it's through a relationship, whether it's through themselves. It doesn't have to be a beautiful baby, but you're creating brokenness. And broken people can come from married households. I'm not saying that a two-parent household can't create the result of a child who then has brokenness and creates broken blended families everywhere. I'm not negating that.
That's not my point.
No, I know, I'm making that point.
But yes. But my point.
My answer is, I not only identify that those homes are houses without a home because he's not in them,
Yeah.
but also that he's a broken man.
But you're going to be with a broken man.
No, I won't.
No, she's not. That's why she said she's not gonna date. Yo, is this nigga dumb or what? She's literally explaining why she's not going to date a man that has kids, because he's either a broken person or creating a broken home, and she does not want to participate. Why is he trying to create imaginary scenarios where she's gonna do something she don't want to do? Like, bro.
I just said I wouldn't be with a man. I wouldn't be with a broken man who has multiple kids. I would
No, not multiple. I'm talking
a kid. It doesn't matter.
So you're not going to date a man with children?
No, but let me clear
She already said that. She literally already said this
up because you said I won't date a broken man. That's not what I said.
No, I said, are you? Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard you. Let me answer it. Hold on. We all have a level of brokenness. So will I date a broken man? Yes. Am I going to date a certain type of brokenness? No.
Of course you're not.
And that type of brokenness is a man who has kids outside of me isn't something that's conducive for what I want forever.
But will you date him?
No.
So that goes to my point. I'm trying to ask a question. You have two different men right here. One man who has...
I will not date a man with kids.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
Yes.
But why is he acting like, bro? Why is he acting like he just made some crazy profound point? She started off saying this. I have a TikTok and a Twitter app. My fault. She started off saying this. You just acted like you cooked and made the craziest point, bro. She started off saying that I'm not dating a man with kids outside of me. Oh, see, look, yeah, you finally got it. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
In a lot of ways, I'm happy that this went viral, not because everyone's clocking Cam's ego. Him reiterating the same question over and over again was him trying to ask her if she would date someone like him, a man with a multitude of baby mothers. Her stance was very clear about how she felt, but because she's an attractive woman, it bruised his ego a bit. Like I said, it was a frustrating watch because she kept answering the same question and he kept asking the same questions. And I'm most happy about is how a lot of people are coming together, black men and black women, really acknowledging the fault in men like Cam. A lot of black men grow up without their father, and in many ways it affects them deeply. They may or may not want to acknowledge it, but statistically, growing up without a father for both men and women does have a higher chance in creating a negative impact on their life. Now granted, there could be many reasons for that, like racism in the justice system and violence. A lot of things happen in this system that isn't in favor of the black race, but when you're watching someone like Cam Newton, who has had amazing success in sports and will be remembered as a great football player.
Okay, but the thing is, let's make sure we add this though. Cam Newton came from a nuclear family, and Cam Newton did grow up with his father. So then we have to explore what the other reasons why we get some people like this. Could it be, we don't know what his family dynamic was, right? But could it be that he may have observed some things in his family, his parents' marriage that made him scared to get married? That's also a scenario where people saw people try to stay together for the sake of the family, for the sake of the marriage, for the sake of the optics, and they see that just because you're together doesn't mean anything. It could still be bad. Dad could be cheating. Mom could be cheating. It could be abuse going on. It could be all that. So outside of the broken homes, that could also be a contributor. So we don't know exactly why, and I kind of wish, I don't know, but I kind of wish the lady was able to kind of explore why he feels this way and get to the root of it. Like, what happened in his parents' marriage that makes him scared of it? Because it had to be something.
He is attractive and affluent, but yet he makes a personal choice to create broken homes to conceal whatever issues he has. It's looked at as selfish because their argument always stems down to being able to afford children. Just because you have money to care for a child doesn't mean you're an active parent. You made a conscious decision to birth a human being with another woman who you don't value enough to be with. That's weird. I can bet that if he asked any of his baby mothers to marry him, they'd all say yes. The response online that I've seen has been relatively the same. We can all agree that creating broken homes just for the sake of just because, it's not okay. Enough people have grown up without a father to understand that it really does take two sometimes.
Do you agree
Who is
with
this?
like Nick Cannon and his
Nick Cannon got 11 kids. God. Jeez Louise, bro.
spreading of his seed?
100%. I agree with him 1,000%.
Oh, but no.
That's how life is supposed to be.
Hell no.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this is
No.
See, this is literally their logic. Oh, you're rich, so you can have as many kids as you want. But what is the quality of your relationship with them? And then you say you're rich, and then it justifies, like I just said, you being rich, having a lot of kids, then justifies you doing more and more work. And then it justifies you not being around your kids. So it's like you're creating a scenario where you end up having to put yourself into work more and listen to your family. It's BS. I see what type of timing y'all are on. I see why these successful men be doing this. Because then they have an excuse to be at work and never with their family and make the woman take care of the kids the whole time. It's like, oh, I gotta work. I got all these kids to take care of. I gotta stay on the road and go tour. I gotta do all these shows. I gotta stay in the studio the whole time because how am I gonna take care of my kids? Right? And you get to ice them out and take all the family pictures with them and be a family influencer and all this other BS with the image of the family without the actual functioning family. I see what type of timing they on. They not fooling me, bro. They're not fooling me. I see. I'm clocking y'all, bro.
Wait.
Let me finish.
Okay, go
He's
on.
rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes care of every one of those children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mothers with it. And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what about the time? No.
He's there for every one of them.
How? There's no way that you can
Are
be...
you serious,
Are you
Nick? He's there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you could have...
Yes,
12
it is.
kids.
I got 9. And I'm there for every one of them.
Oh yeah, and we see why you believe what you believe, brother. There we go. I was waiting to see how many he had.
Every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who gives a fuck about a recital?
No.
My job. Oh no.
Are you serious right now? And this is why y'all kids grow up hating y'all despite y'all putting all this money into them. Y'all are ridiculous.
Seriously, my job is to listen. My job is to raise my kids.
No, but this is...
Hold on.
Go
to
on.
Be responsible.
Yeah.
To be understanding. To protect their mother. To to give hand with their father and assist with family planning and to be responsible adults.
Okay, but what
My
about
job ain't to
quality
be
time?
doing all that extra stuff that all
But
these
what about-
holidays and recitals
No,
and all
but
that.
it
Now,
is,
guess
though.
what? While I'm taking care of my responsibility to make sure the family.
And I love how he's saying that doesn't matter. Those little moments don't matter. But it's like, it doesn't matter to you. But if you ask your kids, do those moments matter? Yes, they do. They look forward to their parent being at their award ceremony. And guess what? All these other kids' families is there. And you're not. And what he about to do, prove my exact point about how they justify having kids with work so that they can have more excuse to work and not have to pay attention to their family, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it's giving them an excuse. Plausible deniability to not have to take care of their responsibilities. Oh, well, I'm out here working. Watch, he about to say it.
Guess what? While I'm taking care of my responsibility to make sure the family has a roof over their head and
See?
food, if I have the time to do that and show love, yes, I will do that. But my responsibility is to make sure that they grow up responsible, strong, and become a real, input to society.
Yeah, but you're not then, if you're not around them enough to give them
That's
emotional...
false. That's not true. Because communication allows me to be there every day. That's
Yes.
what a FaceTime phone is for.
No, but that's not the same as
It
if
is
you
the
had...
same.
You know, I've said the saying that the loudest person doesn't speak for everybody in the room, but it's unfortunate that we have so many examples of black men in Hollywood who are affluent, who don't take care of the children the way they need to be taken care of. They think just because they're rich and they have money to give to kids, that that's just enough, that them having their mother is enough, that they don't need to be in a household because it's enough. I do also believe that there is a strong disconnect. Either it's a fear or they feel like they don't need to emotionally connect with their children to be there for their recitals or be there for their holidays or the home games or whatever. Like they just think that just because they talk to them every once in a blue moon and give them money, yeah, I've raised my child. Children aren't accessories, they're humans. In a way, you're treating the children like how you treat the mother. You're emotionally disconnecting from them whenever you please. Having a family unit is extremely important regardless of what the degenerates are doing out here. The real ones know. Like I said though, it does take two, because I also want to point a finger at Jasmine Brown. A lot of times, a woman will say one thing and really do the opposite. Everyone has so much to say about relationships out here, but really pivot towards whatever they feel like is trendy at the moment. One minute, Jasmine is a relationship guru. Next minute, she's a submissive girlfriend.
Pick-me's are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing.
Wait, is this the same girl that I saw in the clip where she was like, oh, well, I do everything for him. I rub his back to sleep. Da 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 da. No way this is the same girl.
Because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person. I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played.
Submissive woman do for
Oh my
a man?
God.
Everything.
It is her.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking
No
his
shot,
bag,
bro.
just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. Boy, it is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And
Know what this sound like? Sounds like codependency. Sounds like she gets off on having this like motherly, maternal type role. And you know what? That's still not you being submissive. You're in control. You're making him think that he's in control, but you're really in control. It's a little mind game. But it's like, you know what this is? She playing her role, bro. I don't know if she believed the stuff she was saying in that other video, but she got her man with a bag and she playing her part. She playing the long game.
And that works for us.
And now she's a baby mama to a rich man.
So if y'all don't know, I'm the third one, and this is his sixth child. Someone said, ooh, right, couldn't have been me. All right, so the rich put that pressure on you.
See, I told y'all, she went the bag.
Let's be honest, the fact—
And you can tell she focused on the bag. I'm telling y'all, bro. Look, she know what she doing. And you know what's crazy? I would say, girl, he not about to give you that ring, but you know what? She already won. Because in his mind, oh, I'm not gonna get a ring, but guess what? You giving out more than what a ring would give. Because the ring can be taken, the divorce can be written off. You can undo it, but a kid, you can't undo it. So the women are winning. I mean, not in terms of the family, but in terms of if the financial was the goal, they have the kids, so they're connected to you for 20 years. They're getting a check for 20 years. Even if you dump them, oh, your relationship fall out trash, guess what? She's still getting a check. She's still getting more than what someone could have had being married to your ass. So it's like he really low-key playing himself, because he's like, oh, well, I'm not putting a ring on him, but you putting a kid in him, and now they got a guaranteed check for 18 or 20 years. How does that make sense? And it's like, I would call her dumb, but if the bag was the goal, she won. She playing the role, doing all this stuff. Oh, I want a submissive woman. Okay, I'm about to turn myself into everything you want just so I can have your kid, just so I can lock in this bag. Because I know even if I got married to you, that don't guarantee nothing, because you would have had me sign a prenup to where I couldn't get none of your stuff. And now I am about to get a guarantee back. Whereas getting married, you're not getting nothing guaranteed. If anything, he's going to set it up to protect himself. So it's like him having this dysfunctional mindset is actually benefiting the women because they can play him because they can see the insecurity. They're like, oh, you don't want to marry me? That's fine. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's fine. Let me have your kid though. Oh, you dumb enough to get bitches pregnant? Hold on, let me be next in line. Like, bro, and it's the crazy part. He can't even see how dumb he can't even see how dumb he is because he think he winning by not committing. You got 8 guaranteed checks, 8 kids that's giving 3 women guaranteed checks, and you talk about you want to have another one? You want to have another kid? You want more? Yo, niggas are dumb. Betsy said, easy look, give me 3 of them. They need new uniforms. Bro, niggas are so dumb. And the part about these men, these rappers, athletes, whatever, doing this shit. Yes, you're getting a bag, but every time you get a bag, you get a new bitch pregnant. Like what? From early in your 20s, imagine if you could have kept all that money that goes into those kids. Imagine if you could have kept it. And y'all want to have us blaming the women out here? Y'all niggas are just dumb. How do you sign a $200-300 million contract and the first thing you do is go get another bitch pregnant and then get another one pregnant and another one, and you don't even care about them at all? You hate the women. You hate them. You hate them. They're whores, they're sluts, they're thoughts, they're bops, all that. Y'all say all that about them and then get them fucking pregnant. Like, I swear, these niggas are they're so dumb. They're so dumb. And they swear to get it over it. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna wife her. Bitch, I'm not wifing you, but you gave her a kid. How, oh, I swear. The logic of some of these men is very sad. They need help. They genuinely need help. And they love to blame the women. And, oh, women this, they're gold diggers, they're this, they're that. And your ass still keep falling for it. How do you have that in your brain? The cognitive dissonance is wild. How do you have it in your brain that women are out to get you, out to get a check, but then you think you winning because you avoiding wiping somebody? But yet you putting kids in the ones that you saying, oh, I would never wipe that. Oh, I wouldn't even date her. But you gave her a kid? Like, what? These niggas be scared to be publicly. They scared to even be publicly seen with some of these women. But you'll have a kid with them? You don't even want to be associated with her. You want to kick her. Oh, yeah. I just kicked the bitch out the room after I fucked. But yeah, you had a kid. What? Oh, I don't even want to see this bitch after I'm done with her. But you had a kid. Like, the logic, bro. The logic is insane. The logic is nuts, bro. And no wonder the poor kids, bro. That's all I care about. Forget the woman, forget the guy. I'm sad for the kids because you see how they sit here and try to justify it, like Akon right there, trying to justify it, talking about, oh, well, they're rich. They can have kids. They're rich. Oh, I don't need to be at my child's recital. That's that white people shit. Nick, are you fucking stupid? Oh, I mean, yeah, I got 8 kids, but I could be there for all of them because I got FaceTime. Oh, what? But I can't be there all the time because I have so many kids and I got to take care of my family. I'm out here doing work. Yeah, you're doing work so you can justify being away from your family and not taking care of them. That's what you're doing. And it's so, like, it's so obvious to me now. Like, I wasn't able to tell that that's what they were doing, but now I can see it so clear now. I can see it so clear. You have the kids, so you have the aesthetic of being a family man because you get bonus points, social points, you get social credit for being a family man. So you get looked at differently. People want to do business with you more. You get to have a certain image. You can get certain brand deals because you're a family man. Right? Because you're a family man, you have kids, you're responsible, right? But then you're also hardworking, so you get double the credit for being hardworking, taking care of your kids. Oh, look at his legacy, look at his lineage. But yet I'm never actually with them. I'm there for the photo ops sometimes with this kid and this kid. But then it's like you get the fawning, people fawning over you because you're this successful, and don't let you be black, you're a successful black man, black family, oh my god, black love, oh my god, the kids, oh my god, oh, he's doing so much work to take care of his family. How could you ever say anything negative about him? But you're not even there for your fucking family. Oh, but see, look, this is how they get defended by the public, because they're like, oh, I wish I had a rich dad. I wish I had a rich da 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 da. And that gets the whole fucking public on their side, justifying what they're doing even more. It's so fucking sick, because then the blame goes on their kids if they complain. They're like, oh, what are you complaining for? You got a richer meal. What are you complaining for? You got a pool in your backyard. I wish I had that, which is valid. That's the wealth inequality talking. But at the same time, it's like, there's in the kids' mind, they're like, all I want is to see my dad. All I want is for my dad to show up to my award ceremony while everybody else's parents there. All I want is for my dad to throw the football to me in the backyard. But he got to go out and work. So then you guilt the kid for wanting their fucking parent. And then some of these people will cut their kids off. They will cut their kids off financially and financially abuse them because they aren't just content with the money. Because then they gaslight their kids like, oh, well, I spent all this time working. How dare you not be appreciative of me buying this for you instead of spending quality time with you? And it's so fucked up, bro, because no wonder these rich kids be ending up on drugs, you know, taking themselves out, you know, crazy, all that, because it's like they getting gaslit for not just being happy with material things instead of an actual relationship. And then that's not even included in the probably toxic dynamic between their mom and dad, because a lot of time the men don't be liking the women. So it's like they got a toxic relationship where the dad probably hate the mom because the mom was a hoe, or the dad wasn't ready to commit and he finessed the girl into thinking he liked her, right? Toxic family dynamic. Then you don't actually have the other parent. Then the other parent might be outside trying to find her new man. She might be trying to find a new rich nigga, right? And then it's like, what does the kid get out of it? They didn't ask to be there and just get stuff. They didn't ask to just be here and turn into a symbol of their parents' lineage. They didn't get asked to be an extension of their parent. They didn't ask to be like commodified and turned into content and used for brand deals. They didn't ask for none of that shit. They didn't ask for none of that shit. And then they get, oh, you're ungrateful though. Wait, huh? I'm ungrateful. I just want my family.
Yes, sir.
I just want my dad. I just want my mom. I just want a regular family. And then they got to deal with all the rest of us. They got to deal with all the rest of us, right? That look at them and say, oh, y'all so ungrateful because y'all got this, this, and this. And I'm just like, I don't envy that life, bro. I don't envy that. It's already bad enough to have bad family dynamics, but then for someone to be rich or successful on top of that, it just, I don't want to be them. I don't want to be them. I'm done ranting, but it's like, after seeing like all of them, I can see what it is now. I can see what it is. Nick Cannon slander, it's both of them. It's not just them. They're just symbols of the problem. But it's like, I guess being black on top of this dynamic, it amplifies it even more than like a regular family dynamic. It's not like, oh, it's something inherently wrong with black people. It's a lot of systemic things that go into it. But like, it's sad that like these dudes, because we're so like far away from money and things like that, it's like that constant chase of the money, right? In our mind, it's justified because we didn't have it. And you have a fear of not having it. Then you add kids on top of that. It adds to the fear because like, oh, I got to take care of them. Then it's like, because it's justified, then that slight justification, right? Or that fear, it then allows them an excuse. At a certain point, it goes from being a justification to a cop-out. And because the lines are so blurred, they can rightfully make the argument, I have to go work. I have to do this. But then it's a thin line between you have to versus you're choosing to. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're creating more people, you're creating that validated excuse for why you have to work so much. But then you're also giving yourself more plausible deniability for why you can justify being away from your family. So it's a really messed up cycle. You know, it's really messed up. But what I miss? Cam Newton a fool? Yeah. Yo, what's good, Harlem? How we doing, bro? How we doing? Good to see you, gang. As the GOAT said, F them kids. I'd rather people say F them kids. I'd rather people say F them kids and not have kids. If that's how you feel, I respect it. Don't bring the kids into the world, into your drama and BS, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, they don't deserve to deal with this. Bessie said, wake it up. If my dad was rich, I'd be good. Oh, you're saying that's what they're saying. For me, it's crazy how much credit you get being a father, especially in terms of how it looks at your job and social capital. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I did talk about that a little bit. But for mothers, can't even get paid leave. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to kind of expand on her point, we talk about this all the time. Like, your social status gets a boost when you're a dad, regardless if you're actually a good dad or actively in your kid's life. You just being a dad commands respect. It allows different opportunities for you that might not have been there. You know? So to me, the paid leave thing is a argument, but for me, it's about more than the paid leave or the money. Well, number one, men get paid more in the first place because of the family. Like that's why men typically got paid higher wages in this country, because of they were the head of the household. Now it's not like that, and there's still a wage gap between men and women. But that's not even the point. The point that we're making is more about the social status than the financial part. So at the end of the day, it's like, as a man, regardless what it actually is, the optics of just being associated with, I'm taking care of my kids, regardless if you're actually doing the real work, you're still getting the benefits of someone that's doing the right thing or being a good parent, even if you're not, just because you're a man with kids. Oh, I'm a family man now. I'm not just a man out here. I'm a family man. People respect you to a different level. Whereas a woman, when you have kids, it's like you almost lose value when you have kids. So yes, some people look at mothers with respect, but it's not looked at the same in terms of social interactions and relationships. And don't let you make money and have kids. Oh, he's working so hard to take care of his family. It just looked at differently. Bessie said there's a level of respectability that men get when it comes to being a father. It affects how people view you, talk to you, interact with you. Yes, it is.
That Cam has money, he is definitely guaranteed options. He has an understanding of that. The problem is that he misconstrues his values. Everybody wants to talk about being a quality man or a high value man, but Cam doesn't even have the comprehension skills to understand that being a functional high value man is being emotionally and mentally stable with a moral compass. He just thinks he's high value because he's rich, and these birdies put him on a pedestal because he's rich. So as much as these girls want to talk about self-love and knowing their worth, they're willing to bend the knee if the price is right. But Dr. Bryant, on the other hand, she doesn't see that fit. Watching that interview, I'm telling you, was like really pulling teeth. I think I only got through like an hour of it because he really cannot keep up with her. She keeps answering the question and he simply has zero understanding of what she's saying. Out of everything, what I'm sure he understood the most was the fact that someone like Cam is not on her radar, and that did mess with his ego. This interview was more like unpacking issues that Cam doesn't want to acknowledge, and she did the same exact thing to Nick Cannon. It was literally the same result, different test subject. Nick Cannon also sat on the couch, giggity, listening to respond but not listening to understand. If you're listening to what Nick Cannon was saying, he understands what he's doing. He does what he does, and he knows who he's doing it with. These men aren't stupid. They play with who they can.
That allows you to
I'm
stay
comfortable with my abandonment.
because you are in your dysfunctional norm that you've become comfortable with.
But it's worked. It's become a superpower.
But you've learned to survive in it. You're not thriving in that. That's not thriving. You're surviving in that.
Okay.
And so anytime you are surviving and not thriving, there is no cape. There is no superpower. There's no superpower in a lack of mental health. And there's no superpower.
But it's worked for me. Like you said, I mean,
you know why it worked for you?
read me well.
You know why it worked for you?
Why?
You know why it worked for you? I'm gonna go there, and it's probably gonna be okay.
Go ahead. This
and this is with all.
We got 2 minutes left in our first session.
With all due respect, seriously, to all the women that you've encountered, ladies, I'm saying this: the reason why it's worked for you is because you have chosen and to prey on low-functioning women who don't have the emotional intelligence. No, I'm going there. who will allow you to do that, Nick. And when I say allow, it's not a control thing. When I say allow, I'm not saying that she sits across you and says, this is what you won't do, you're crossing a boundary. Nick.
I disagree.
Yes.
This is why I disagree. I mean, one.
See how the nigga laughing? He know what she's saying is right. There's a certain type of woman that has to allow that behavior. All women are not allowing the stuff that Nick Cannon does. He has to find the right type of woman that's okay with knowing that he's gonna have a child with them and then leave and find another one to have a child with. Certain type of woman, not saying it's good or bad, but it is a certain archetype. Undeniably.
Because
why you gonna make sure we gotta go in protection mode?
Because you could say from the high, all the high value women that I've ever
I didn't say high value.
But okay, I'm giving compliments. But I'm just saying
I'm like, wait a minute.
for the people who are even of them being, because first of all,
low functioning woman will allow you to function low with them. Nick, you could not function
exactly.
So this is Nick, everyone's low functioning at some point in their life.
You cannot function low with a woman of my functioning, not because I'm superior. Not because I'm superior. Listen to them. He said this really quick. Not because I'm superior to any other woman, but because I do have leverage. I've been in my field for 17 years, so we get that. But I've done the work, meaning you won't have an opportunity to get hostile with me, and you may want to flee, but fleeing would not get you a payoff with me. Wait a minute.
I'm not the hostile individual.
So this is what that's my point. Did you hear what you just said? We said the same thing. You would never have the opportunity to get hostile with me.
Yeah, because I control myself.
Hold on. Okay.
I have full control of my, but in your sense, because that's what I'm saying, because only reason I say what I disagree, because at some point we've all been low functioning.
Yes.
And we have to
okay, so you're finding women that are in the stage of their life where they're low functioning. Like, come on, bro, stop. See, it be people like this. It be people like this, bro.
Yes.
So to label that, it's like, all right, well, at some point everybody's gonna be in their low state. Everybody's gonna be vulnerable. Everybody's gonna feel empty.
But
everybody's gonna yearn something.
Mental health,
and when it comes to relationships, the beauty of a great relationship is where I'm weak, you are strong. So therefore, I have dealt with some people that balance me and are equally yoked. And at times, have I been manipulative and prey on certain things? Yes, because I'm a man.
Right.
And
but not all men do that. We don't want to blanket all men.
And I will take advantage.
All men do not prey and manipulate. Not all men.
Like, come on, bro.
First of all humans prey and manipulate, but in a man in a relationship,
not in a praying way.
If I see that I can say, okay, I feel like I need this and this person has this, I'm gonna do and say whatever I need to do to get that.
But
that, bro, he know what he be doing. He know, see, it be them people, the ones that's a little smart, be knowing how to use that and use particular language to get what they want.
Nick, again, law of attraction. We attract who we are despite of who we think we are. You used the word, you said women who are equally yoked to you.
Yeah.
Equally yoked comes in many different facets.
100%.
Come on.
Balance, if anything.
They have been
that means they on the same vibration as you, silly. It's crazy how you let people talk long enough and they will reveal things. They will tell the truth. He wasn't even trying to say that, but he meant it. That's what he meant. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Let people talk long enough. They'll tell you how they feel. You'll hear the truth come out.
To your low functioning dysfunction that you have learned to survive in.
Because I use my tools to because first of all, you're acting as if I'm entering every scenario with the full me and
no, she's not.
Every time someone meets someone, you're meeting their representative. I know how to turn on the perfect man.
He keeps describing how hyper aware he is of these things. That's demonstrating how manipulative he is, bro.
And so therefore I may have manipulated a situation, and therefore so it's to no discredit to anyone else, but I've come into every situation. I can be God-fearing, celibate, the one that you want. I can tell you everything that you want in a man and show you that. I can open the doors, lay down the cloak, send the jet, do it all.
All you doing is telling us how manipulative you are, bro. That's crazy. I don't know why he think he's eating this point up. He's really not. He's just self-reported.
To be like, oh my goodness, I've never. And then Toxic Nick shows up, and you like, this motherfucker got me.
No, but
he done gave me the draws, and I ain't heard from him in 3 weeks.
What you said is perfect. No, what you said is perfect because you named all of the low functioning, superficial things that a low functioning woman would fall into.
Exactly.
That ain't low functioning.
Baby.
Whatever willing participant
She that's crazy. She didn't even have to get that out of him. He willingly told that. He was excited to tell it. And he literally just proved her point. It's crazy.
with his ego, he's open for it. And it's the same thing with a lot of these
That's
men.
crazy, bro.
Elon Musk has like 11 kids, and not all of the children think he's a good father. Dysfunction is normalized as men being men when
Ew, who wants to have a kid with Elon Musk?
that's not the case. It's men preying on women for their own benefit, even if it looks like they have the world. Then they sit on podcasts and swear they have all the knowledge in the world about women and relationships when they're truly the bottom of the gutter. It's actually crazy that they have a platform to even speak. But the fact is that these guys aren't even mentally equipped to have conversations that aren't surface level. Hence why they zone out, they start laughing, they start making jokes when she's genuinely just trying to speak to them. It really unpacks a lot of what these guys have been running away from, and it shows their true colors. But these are just my thoughts. But I am happy that a lot of people are coming.
Good video, Clarissa. Now let me read the comments because I know the comments gonna be good on this. Top comments. They are the phone works both ways, dads. Yes. Akon, quote, that's a white man's thing, being active in their children's lives. Black woman, I want my children to have an active father in their lives. Akon in 15 years. Why are there so many black women marrying white men? It's so selfish for someone to think that, oh, money, here you go, you'll be all right when thinking of raising a child. Agreed. It's funny how people find an issue with her saying she wants a man with no kids, but no issue when a man says he doesn't want to date a baby mama. Crazy world. I find it interesting how these men throw around responsible when none of them are responsible with their reproduction. Talk about it. Saying being present at recitals or important moments is a white man's thing is so unbelievably sad. Yes, it's so many layers to that. It's so many layers to it, but I mean, that's genuinely how some of them like. That's just a disgusting mindset. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. That's the best way I could put it. The fact that Cam grew up in a married two-parent household and still turned out this way. His parents are still married. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's something toxic that happened with his family. We don't know what it is. I wish the therapist lady would have went into that rabbit hole to figure out what it was in his family that was dysfunctional. Because yes, sometimes not having one of your parents there is the cause of dysfunction, but sometimes having both of them there, we got to start talking about both. Because, I mean, yes, some black people didn't grow up with one of their parents, but there's a lot of people that grew up with both and it's still just as dysfunctional, if not more in some cases. Let's see. Cam didn't know how to argue against what she was saying, so instead of acknowledging that she was right, he went on some confused line of questioning to trip her up into agreeing with him on something. Exactly. Yep. That Nick Cannon clip was disturbing. SMH. I'm glad he confessed that he purposely pretends to be a man he's not, willing to do or say anything to get what he wants. That's what I'm saying, bro. He really gave us the play-by-play of how he, like, does. It's crazy, bro. Bro, and what's crazy, he really thought he was eating that point up, too. That's the scary part. He thought he was making such a good point. Yeah, I could be the man she wants me to be. I could do everything she wants me to do. And then, you know, I smash and then she never hear from me again. It's like, so you're just admitting to the dysfunction that she's saying is there. You're explaining to us how you're low vibrational. But yeah, bro, that shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.